your sports talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing, y'all. So you know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, little heavyweight division, heavyweight news, man, We had Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Alexander Usyk, and Dillian Whyte. So, let's try to clear it up. Anthony Joshua was supposed to fight Alexander Usyk in a rematch, right? Tyson Fury was like, well, hey, let me fight Usyk for undisputed. So Joshua was thinking about stepping aside for all of that to happen, right? Now, in the meantime, the WBC was saying, hey, Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury, you have to fight Dillian Whyte. But they would have let Tyson Fury not have to fight Dillian Whyte if he would have fought for undisputed, because undisputed trumps everything, correct? Well, comes to find out that Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight Alexander Usyk next. He wants an interim fight. Then, he's like, well, forget it. He'll fight Dillian Whyte, right? So now your boy Anthony Joshua is going to fight Alexander Usyk. But I'm hearing, which is also a sidebar, that Anthony Joshua might want a tune-up fight before fighting Alexander Usyk. Now, I'll come back to that because that's a video in itself. Because Anthony Joshua better not want no tune-up fight before fighting Alexander Usyk. Because let's make this clear. Anthony Joshua had a rematch clause with Alexander Usyk, and you're not supposed to do that to mandatories. Usyk was his mandatory challenger. You're not supposed to accept a rematch clause. So if you have a rematch clause, then that's immediate. It ain't like we're going to wait until you ready rematch clause when you ain't supposed to have one in the first place. That's something with that. But anyway, Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury have agreed. They had their purse bid yesterday, and they've agreed they're gonna fight. Whatever. Frank Warren, the European promoter of Tyson Fury, won the purse bid for about 40-something million, meaning Tyson Fury gonna get about 29 of them, and Dillian Whyte gonna get about 7 of them. 7 point something, 29 point something. The winner gets another 4 point something on top. Cool. So that fight's supposed to go down. Now everybody's talking about, hey, oh man, the fight's going to be in Tottenham Principality Stadium, or we can get Wembley, the coming back to Great Britain for Tyson Fury. And I'm thinking, because y'all know I don't move on from things, right? I don't move on. That's why I talk about things all the time. How the hell is Tyson Fury going to fight in Britain when he don't got no British license? Unless, of course, somebody can tell me that I missed a few articles in the UKAD or the BBB OC, British Boxing Board of Controls, or the United Kingdom Anti-Doping Agency, one of them, are going to reinstate him because he's banned from fighting in Britain. Okay, we can't forget that. Right? How did we get around that? Because I don't miss too many. I would have had to miss a week for me to miss that, because I've been waiting for that. I'm like, well, how is he going to fight in Britain again? Tyson Fury was popped from nandrolone after his Klitschko fighting before the Klitschko rematch. Nandrolone and cocaine. He lied about it, saying it was wild boar, uncastrated wild boar meat. We all know that. He said somebody gave him the wild boar meat, and that's how he got nandrolone in his system. Subsequently, we found out from that particular person, who's also infamous at this particular time, Martin Carefoot. That name says a lot to many people. Martin Carefoot, the 70-year-old farmer who came out to say he didn't give them wild boar meat. He doesn't even own wild boar. And they told him to say that, to lie. But the reason why he told the truth is because they told him to lie for £25,000. They never paid him. Well, why not? You're making all this money. I don't understand. You could have paid him to lie, and he lied and everybody. But then when you didn't pay him, he got irked and he come out with the truth. Since then, we haven't heard that Tyson Fury is reinstated from the British Boxing Board of Control. So he ain't supposed to be fighting on British soil. Why do you think he's over in America fighting for ESPN over in America raising hell? Right? That's the real reason. Right? Because they could have had some of those fights, even with Deontay Wilder in Great Britain. Right? Well, shoot, the Wilder rematch could have happened in Great Britain. It would have been bigger than Vegas. You know what I'm saying? The reason those things weren't happening, everyone, is because he's not allowed to fight in Great Britain. So, are we going to do what we typically do with white people? Just move on, right? When they do stuff, when they act up, right? No. Let's find out how the hell is he going to fight Dillian Whyte in Britain. It's a big British fight, but it ain't supposed to happen unless somebody reinstates Tyson Fury. And then if that happens, we got to have a big resounding why. Why the hell are you reinstating him? So that's first. So somebody get with that. Now we just move on. Like people, we moving on from January the 6th. In American history and lore, that has got to be one of the biggest dates, a terrorist act, just as big as 9/11. Right? The reason why I say just as big was less casualties, but just as big because it's people from America. Right? That's a terrorist, domestic terrorist. We shouldn't be having that, especially a country who always, promoting democracy for every damn body else and can't seem to get it together. We shouldn't be moving on. And in America, we have problems. Like, for example, one of our famous debaters we have is Stephen A. Smith. When January 6th happened, right? One of our basketball players, Kyrie Irving is his name, plays for Brooklyn Nets. You guys probably know him from the movie, what was it called? Uncle Drew. Bad little boy, right? So he couldn't play after January 6th. He had to take a week off, because he was traumatized. And Stephen A's on TV, black dude, kind of loud, does all, all the black attributes that we think. But any black issue, he's on the other side of it. Well, this one, he's on there ranting about why he didn't come to work. You got to come to work. You got a job. We can't all say that we're traumatized and da-da-da. Yes, the hell we can. That was a big enough date to traumatize you. It traumatized me. It has turned America upside down for me forever until all of them are going to jail and everybody in America wants them to go to jail. We can't have half of America saying it's okay because they were white people and we move on. That's traumatizing for a black person because it hit you in the face. All the stuff you've been learning in school, all the BS you've been hearing, all the killings from people that just of color, all of this coming in, and they come there and they want to take over your government, making you don't have democracy no more ever. And going everywhere to take votes from you, right? Making it as hard. That does not sound like things that happened in the year 2000 and more. That sounds like 1950 stuff. I was about to cuss. Or 50s and 60s. So that's traumatizing. So no black person needs to be on TV nationwide saying that it shouldn't be traumatizing. You damn right it's traumatizing. Right? So that, that's a respect thing. I love the dude, but those are the kind of things that I keep my eye up. But I'm old enough to watch him still, but still have my eye up, my eyebrow up, and my antenna up, because he's basically, a lot of y'all will call him a certain word that rhymes with baboon. I don't want to do that, right? But damn it, I don't blame you guys for calling him that. Bottom line is, stuff like Tyson Fury, right? Going back to England to fight, we're not going to get past this. We're going to find out. Somebody comes in, let me know, brother, you're wrong, Gap-Tooth Dog. You're wrong. He's been reinstated and everything happened and everything's cool. Because I haven't heard that. And I hear a lot of things, but I haven't heard that. So, yes, Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte's going to fight. I don't really give a damn. I would rather have seen Undisputed. That's me. But Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte's cool. I'd rather see Dillian Whyte fight Ortiz. Y'all know. So I'm totally different. When the fight happens, I think I might tune in. But it's a fight between two dudes that I don't give a damn who wins, because I don't like them either. Either one of them. Right? Either one of them. So it doesn't really matter who wins that one. Right? When we get closer, we can talk about it, but it doesn't really matter at all who wins this one. I don't think Dillian Whyte's chances are a bit more than Deontay Wilder, like some people are saying, because Deontay Wilder only has a right hand and stuff like that. Well, yeah. Well, Deontay Wilder wasn't going to lose to Povetkin. And Deontay Wilder ain't losing to Anthony Joshua neither. Right? But okay, I ain't going to go there either, because Dillian Whyte was one-armed when he fought Anthony Joshua, so let me be fair. I don't like to be unfair when I make these statements. Bottom line is, let's see if anybody besides me is going to mention the fact that Tyson Fury can't fight in the UK yet, unless I missed something. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.